All right, man. It's your boy William Boston, my dog Corey Brunson right
You
here.
know the vibes.
Some of y'all want to know what it takes to run an Airbnb, and I like to share the good and the bad. If you follow me and you on my stories, you know I share all the good stuff and I share all the crazy stuff that come with it too. But it's some key things you want to have intact to get your Airbnb up and running off the ground and successful. And we're gonna give you five key
Definitely.
things to get into it. Corey, what you want to tell them?
Man, first thing I want to tell y'all, when y'all looking for an Airbnb unit, bro, like do your research, right? So like you may have 15 to 20 Airbnbs in your area and you don't even know. So you thinking that you're gonna launch a unit, you know what I'm saying? You think you're gonna run a successful business, but actually there are people in the same area who are providing more, who have better amenities, who have a nicer place, and they're able to charge a little bit more than you. So if you're not investing the right way in certain different markets, you could actually like shoot yourself in the foot, and you won't get a lot of bookings because you won't be able to compete with people in the area.
Those are facts. So number one is really research your market. Know your market. Because everywhere is not a good place to set up an Airbnb. If you stay in goddamn Timbuktu, you know people ain't traveling in Timbuktu on a regular. Might not be a good place. Might want to go in town or in the city a little bit
Facts.
to set it up. All right, so that's number one. Number two, one of the biggest is furnishing and decorating your place and just figuring out whatever you want to do. Corey was just talking about something yesterday, doing a theme.
Yeah, theme
So
theme Airbnbs.
you could theme your Airbnbs based on where you're at, and or it could be a theme just based off of anything. A Star Wars theme, a Mickey Mouse theme, I don't know, whatever football theme. We went for a more subtle, like
Modern, like
modern.
modern
Yeah, we
luxury.
went we went for a more modern luxury theme for this unit. So we for the next one, I don't know what the theme gonna be. We just gotta look and see what we're gonna do for the next one. But that's number two is basically decorating and furnishing your place based off of a theme, and don't have crazy stuff all over the place. Try to have it in sync. Um, anything else you got on that one?
Nah, I'm good on that. Y'all just make sure like when you are purchasing stuff, and you was talking about the design aspect. I'm gonna give you one key: do not buy light colored rugs because people are dirty, people are nasty, and they will have all kind of cum stains, blunt guts, ketchup, glue,
You name
paint.
it. You name
People
it.
is gonna like, you gotta think like, bro, you're getting so many different type of humans that are coming in and out of your facility, that you want to protect and safeguard your rugs from stains. So get a dark colored rug, and do not get a rug that's all fluffy because all that dirt and stuff is gonna sink down in there, and you ain't gonna be able to clean it well. So that's one thing I say don't do.
Yeah, don't get no light color rug at all. Number three is important too, is setting up your list and setting it up properly. So making sure Corey is a videographer and photographer. So I had two in one over here.
Definitely.
And we got good photos and we got good videos to post of our unit. So you want to make it look attractive. Just like with anybody, when you book in, the first thing you're doing is looking at the pictures to see
Pictures.
like how the room look, what the
Yup.
facilities look like, all the amenities and all the other stuff. You looking for that stuff. So that's very important, is to make sure that you know you set your listing up properly, from the pricing to showing the availability, the booking, showing the pictures. If you can, show videos, show the amenities, all that stuff. Make sure it's set up right. And then you want to tell them about the different platforms.
Well, you got many different platforms as far as like short-term rentals. So when we use the term Airbnb, a lot of people, when they use the term Airbnb, they're actually talking about short-term rental. I
Yeah,
want you guys to understand the importance of knowing that term. So when we say our Airbnb unit, that doesn't mean that we're making the bulk of our money on Airbnb. That just the kind of term that everybody uses.
everybody.
You know what I'm saying? So short-term rental is actually, so you have Airbnb as a platform for host. You have booking.com, which is one of our highest
Mm-hmm.
rated booking sites. You have Expedia, you have VRBO. Man, you got so many different platforms that allow you to put that one property that you have
On
on
all
multiple
of them.
different platforms. And you can actually be able to manage that and get multiple bookings. The one that I would say instantly that we consistently get bookings on is booking.com though.
Booking.com is our friend. All right, thank you, Booking.com.
Definitely.
All right. Number four is basically you want to establish clear policies and your pricing. So if that's no smoking, no pets. Now keep in mind now we dealing with humans, so some of these folks gonna do what they want to do,
They definitely gonna do what they want to
but
do.
it come with consequences. It come with fees and payments that they don't want to pay. But if you break the rules, I mean that's just it is what it is. But set your stuff right because you're dealing with humans who who operate like humans. Some people gonna do right and some people not. You know what I mean? It's just it is what it is. That's why I share the good and the crazy. I ain't gonna say the bad, but it's the good and the crazy that comes with having a short term rental.
Definitely.
Um, so you got anything else on that establishing the
Just and when you do put your policies in place, right? Because just mind you, like sometimes you're a regular person that doesn't have experience with being an entrepreneur. Many of you who's watching this video, you don't have the thick skin of being an entrepreneur, and you might bring your heart into this game, but you got to understand
you
that
better
this
need
is a business. You know what I'm saying? So if you have policies in place, make sure you stand on your policies, just the way if somebody was to go to stay at a hotel and it was a smoke in the room, it's going to be $250. Just the same way if somebody damages something. That's why they put their card on file for incidentals. You want to stand on this, all right? And you want to make sure that you are being compensated if somebody messes up your property. Because if you're not able to book your property because somebody bust out a window, then you're not going to be able to make no money. So this is plain and simple. Just stand on business, man.
stand 10 toes down, better
All the
stand
way
on
in.
business. And number five, prepare for your guests, communication and management. So with us, I'm big on automation, so I made sure we automated it to where there are messages that go out to this get to the guests every time they book. It's going to tell you, it's going to send you a welcome message, so that you are welcome and greeted properly. It's going to send you a message showing you how to get in the unit, with the lockbox code, the Wi-Fi code, what to do when or who to contact if you need something. If you need a chef, we have information for that. If you need for the cleaning crew, we have information. Everything is there. So you want to have proper information for your guests and communication, be able to communicate with them properly and be on point too with your communication because that boosts you up in the algorithm when you respond back quickly to them. So those automated messages help because it's like a quick response, but sometimes they may ask a question that's out of those automated questions and you want to be able to respond to that too. What you got to say on that, brother? Because you know how
Um,
that is with them people.
Yeah, bro, and just like sometimes you gotta look, like over communicate. You know what I'm saying in advance. And regardless, sometimes if you over communicate, we're dealing with humans. Everybody IQ is not on the same level. Sometimes you got to talk to people like a fifth grader. Sometimes you got to get gangsta on people that just be trying you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the great part about like having this as a business. Like, even though it's a business, and I told you to run it like a business. Sometimes because people figure out like who runs the actual
Right.
business. So if they start to see you face to face and they feel like they can try you a certain kind of way. So I would say like when setting up your Airbnb business, set it up in a business from a start and make sure that all your communication, you don't give people a lot of gray area to get super personal with you. So that way when it's time to stand on business and talk about your policies and stuff like that, you're able to enforce them from a business perspective.
From the jump. Yeah,
Yep.
like you said, from a business perspective, you can't have your heart in this. This is all business, man. But those are the five tips if you want to get started in the Airbnb, aka short-term rental space. Know the do's and the don'ts. Know all the stuff that's gonna come with it. Do your research thoroughly, and just get prepared because you can prepare as much as you can, but it's gonna be some stuff that come your way that you didn't prepare for. But it's cool. Just document that and then figure out how to make that not be an issue for the next guest and so on and so forth.
Right.
It's
Right.
been your boy William Boston.
Hey, and I'm Corey Brunson. If you want to purchase real estate or invest in Jacksonville, Florida, Dubai, or Ghana, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Elite Property Pro.
We up out of here on that one. Holla.
You're